Hey guys, Dan here. In this video here, I just wanted to give you guys some tips and advice for video game collecting, for when you pick up video games for your collection or games that you like. Just want to give you a few tips and pieces of advice. The first piece of advice I can give you is don't worry about the value of the game that you get or collect. For me, for example, I'm a video game collector. I'm not a reseller, so I just pick the games that I like throughout my childhood and growing up, and every game I like to play. Some games will be more valuable than others, but you see, for example, I have a lot of sports games in my collection. And I like those games and everything, and I like all the games I've played here. I'm not planning to resell these, I'm planning to collect these. So yeah, when you're looking at games, get games that you like, and don't worry about the value of it. Another piece of advice I would give you too is you don't only have to go to GameStop to look for games here. There's plenty of other places you can go to. For example, you can go to flea markets. You can find games that you like there or want for your collection there. You can go to Goodwill, game conventions. I've done a whole separate video on where you can get games for your collection here. If you want to check that out, I'll leave that link in the description. But yeah, you don't have to go to Walmart or GameStop and main stuff. You can go online or find other places. There's multiple ways to find games and buy games for your collection here. No way, not one way is a good way. There's millions of different ways you can do it. And another piece of advice I would give you here is to when you buy a game, especially from a flea market or a yard sale or anything, I might highly recommend you do is open up a case, make sure the game's in there. I saw a lot of YouTubers like do game collecting videos, and then they pick up the game, get the case, but they don't actually open it up. They forget to open it up and check, make sure the game's actually in there. And then by the time they get home, that's when they realize they don't have a game. But so if you're going out game collecting, game hunting, you find a game you want in the case, always double check, make sure the game's actually in there, or it might be a different game in there. Another thing for my collection here is I have multiple gaming games from multiple consoles here. I recommend collecting multiple from each set or different sets that you want. If you want to do that, I recommend you do that. But if you just want to collect one, stack them all up, you can do that too. But you can have multiple collections in your game collection here. Like for example, I have multiple in mine here. But you can, like I said, you can collect multiple if you want, or just do one specific one. When you do get a game you like, make sure you do open it up and check the CD and game, make sure it's actually good. You don't want to get a game that's all scratched. I mean, especially if you want to play it, you want to be able to play it, not have it all scratched up, not be able to play it. That's all for the tips and advice I can give you for your video game collecting. I wish you guys all luck in your video game collections and game hunting and all that. Thank you for watching. This video is brought to you by Adobe Energy. They sponsor me. I'm feeling tired, have no energy. Give them a shout or try. If you use promo code Dan19 at checkout, you can get 10% off here. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I do video games, theme parks, retro TV, and sports memory content, and more. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.